We just got our very first aftermarket part in Black Ops 7 Zombies. This is the Akimbo attachment for the Akita Shotgun. With 2 shotguns and belt-fed ammo capacity, these things look ridiculous. But just how strong are they? Are they absolute garbage, or do they actually need a nerf? Let's jump in game, test the real stats, add them to my DPS spreadsheet, and find out. And we're gonna test these out on the brand new survival map, Exit 115. This is Reba's Diner. I have been playing a whole bunch of Astra Malorum lately, and I am really loving that map. I know the first couple days, the first couple videos, I was a little sour on it, and I know yesterday's Relic video, I was also pretty sour about it. But believe it or not, I am having a ton of fun with Black Ops 7. There's so much replayability, there's so much to do. If anything, I'm really overwhelmed this year with the amount of content that I want to make. Now, the next analytical video I'm going to be doing is going to be about the Gobblegums. Ooh, I should be closing up my testing on that today, so that should be coming soon. But more so on topic here, another fantastic thing Black Ops 7 is doing is basically the weekly challenges from Modern Warfare 3. And that's where we got these bad boys. These are the dual wield Akitas. They have a cooldown similar to what we saw last year with Black Ops 6. You can see they will overheat after a while. Hopefully these things are a little bit easier to use than the belt-fed attachments were back in Black Ops 6 when they first launched. It took like 3 or 4 updates in order for those belt-fed attachments to be good. And I should also mention that I am absolutely updating my DPS spreadsheet. In fact, I've tested a lot of SMGs that I just need to go over footage and add onto the spreadsheet, which is always in the description. And there's a TED task, by the way. We have Pack-a-Punch right there. Very nice. I am so happy that we have TED tasks. When Black Ops 7 first launched, there were no TED tasks and survival maps, so I'm so happy to see it. Let's go melee kills. Perfect. Although I will say with the DPS spreadsheet, I am having, well, it's taking a lot longer because, well, last year I did it in like season 5 or season 4 or something, so it was a while before I even started to do it. But what's taking me long now is unlocking the damage barrel for every single weapon. I get a gold gun way before I get it all completely ranked up, which I think is crazy. Oh my goodness, we got 2 perks. We got Speed Cola and Wisp Tea. All right, whatever. Where would I mean, you would imagine the Wonder Fizz. Yeah, okay, right where Deadshot is. Cool. We're gonna get some melee macchiato here because I have that augment that gets me more points for all the melee kills. So we're gonna try to point maximize. But on the topic of the DPS spreadsheet and shotguns, they have changed the way shotguns work here in Black Ops 7. I believe they work similar to how they worked in Black Ops 3, which I believe is that when you get even 1 pellet of a shot on a zombie, it will deal a base damage. And then however many pellets you get on the zombie, it will add another bit of damage. So let's see, that looks like only 6 to me. Is there a better wall? Maybe this guy. Boom. 3, 6. Yeah, so there's only 6 pellets per shot of these Akitas. Now obviously that's doubled because we have the other Akita right there, so 12 pellets at a time. I wonder if this gun and this gun, that gun and that gun have a different like base pellet damage or something, if that makes sense. Like if I shoot both of these at the same time, is that essentially going to deal double damage because they're technically 2 separate weapons? I don't know. 2 separate shots. That would make sense to me, right? It does make it quite a bit more difficult to figure out the DPS of it all because you have to count the pellets, count the damage, you have to look at the damage numbers really carefully. But I think I'm up for the challenge this year. I will show you the build code that I have for this in the attachments because I don't think it's the meta one yet. I know we've had a lot of success with I think Dragon's Breath rounds this year, but I wanted to get a base for this first, and then I'll do the slugs and the Dragon's Breath and all that stuff later. Let's get some Juggernog. And then I do have a steady aim, believe it or not, I do have steady aim on, as well as the Deadshot augment that reduces your hip fire spread, so we'll probably get that next. Now with these Akitas, Call of Duty tweeted out recently that, hey, these Akitas are out, have fun with it while you can. They said like be nice or be kind or something while using it, which kind of insinuates that they're going to nerf them at some point. Now hopefully multiplayer and zombies are different this year. Kill fast, what is that? Just kill zombies? Okay, I could do that. I don't think I've ever gotten that one before. I guess it must be instead of the kill zombies in a location, it's just killing zombies. As of now, it is only round 8, but these are Pack-a-Punch 1. It seems as though, like, individually, they're not doing super good, like on one zombie. But let's see how much hipfire we can reduce with Deadshot. Let's go ahead and buy that. Honestly, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Also, there's like a secret attachment that I want to show you guys that is like better than steady aim. It's crazy good. You have to sacrifice your suppressor, but don't you worry. I'm going to be doing some suppressor tests very soon, hopefully before the end of the year. We'll see. But you can get a pretty tight hip fire if you build the gun the right way. Like I kind of underestimated some of the attachments here. I still think they could go crazy with the gunsmith, but I think we got a lot more flexibility this year than we had last year. And we've reached round 10 on exit 115. That is another thing that I'm really excited to see this year. I want to see their support for survival maps. If we got one every season or one every season and mid-season, dude, that would be literally perfect. I know we're going to get the Cosmodrome next, which I'm excited for, of course, but it is rumored or leaked that the Mars area of Astra Malorum is going to be a survival map, which I think is so perfect. And if we do get like 5 maps this year as DLC plus survival maps, and they have at least one survival map per map, ooh, that could be really good. Now we can double Pack-a-Punch these boys, and I'm gonna go increase our rarity, and hopefully, yeah, that's gonna be a little bit better. I was originally worried with just Ashes of the Damned releasing because I know how important Liberty Falls was for a lot of people. Just as a minimal experience, playing Ashes can be a little overwhelming. Like, it can feel a bit oppressive, like, oh, I've got to run around the entire map. So having these smaller survival maps, I think, is fantastic. I do agree with everybody too. I would love to play Cursed in survival maps, so I really hope that they don't stop trying to get that figured out. And I should get some double tap because I do think this might be a little game changing here. I think that double standard is no longer the way to go for shotguns. At least with the Echo 12 that I tested, it seemed as though headshot damage was more than body shot damage, which I think makes sense. What's really funny about this trial, kill zombies at a higher elevation, you can actually use a stuntman to do so. You can boop, there you go, look at that. It's kind of useless, but it's pretty fun. I gotta say though, dual wield shotguns, like, it feels pretty fun. It feels pretty insane, doesn't it? Let's see what perk we're gonna get. Ooh, we got the ray gun, nice. As well as Vulture Aid, that's actually pretty good. I do want to see if Vulture Aid drops. Refill our ammo here. Oop, this might be some ammo. Yes, it works. Let's go. That actually gives me hope. Oh, and I should say that cooldown, that overheating, it feels a little fast to me, but we'll see how strong these things get. Let's increase the rarity again. We're almost close to the Zursa. I do think ammo mods and field upgrades this year are going to be so crazy fun. With all the new augments and the 2 minor augments, they all feel super, super powerful. And what I love about Tesla Storm, I know it's really bad to use it all the time, but if you use it, you'll actually get points. Wait, hold up. I was getting points before. That's really weird. I used to get points just by stunning these guys with Tesla Storm. That was working in my last game. I don't know what happened there. That's really sad. Maybe I was mistaken. That has been something that I noticed in terms of point maximizing. It seems as though like deadwire stuns and equipment like damages aren't exactly counting towards getting you points, which I think is pretty lame. Stand still. We can do that. We've got dual wield shotguns. These things are not gold yet. I need napalm burst kills, which is why we equipped it, as well as handling the Zursa I think will be a lot easier. You gotta love the TED tasks. Stamina up, nice. Now we can sprint. Here's another thing, we can sprint and shoot at the same time. At least I thought we could. Maybe we just shoot really slowly as we're sprinting. And we should be getting a Zursa this round. Hey, we researched another thing. That ammo theorem is for Shadow Rift. I really hope Shadow Rift does really well. Hello, Zursa. I know I've got an instant insta-kill on, but yep, there we go. Hey, I will say, it's hard to point maximize pretty effectively with these things. Going for the head is not really an option. I am liking the frequency of these TED tasks though. It definitely feels like they overheat a little bit faster than I would like, but I know that's kind of how everybody feels with these belt-fed attachments. Really depends on how much damage we're able to crank out once we get to those higher rounds. We just got death perception. We're really close to triple pack-a-punch. We can upgrade our rarity, and I think, yep, there we go. This is triple pack-a-punch, easy enough. Let's hop in, slide in, and get our pack-a-punch on. Very, very nice. Love this pack-a-punch camo. Round 20, we should probably start thinking about armor, at least tier 2 for now. TED task again, and another bear. And the bear's gone. I mean, so far, triple pack-a-punch to purple rarity on round 20. It's doing pretty good. And of course, you always have the strategy of using one until it overheats, and then alternate to the other one until that overheats while that one's on cooldown or something. I don't know, depending on how powerful that may be. Could be a viable strategy. We got another self-revive, elemental pop, very good. I think that is one of our last perks. I think we just need quick revive. Let's in fact go get that right now if we can. Ooh, we've got our last camo there. Yep, quick revive. Oh, and mule kick. Oh boy, can I like exit out of here pretty please? I always forget about mule kick. But now that we've got all the perks, we should be able to get those eternal perks from the TED tasks. And we're cruising through the rounds right now. This is feeling pretty good. My goal for today is absolutely round 50 because I believe we get a perkaholic once we get to round 50. Although I am very worried. This is a kind of awkward survival map. Like there are like these areas are open, like more wide open, but there's not like a solid training area that's consistent. So we'll have to see what I come up with here as we get to the higher and higher rounds. And our first perma perk is going to be quick revive. That's actually like one of the best perma perks you could ever have. That's really good. And we can get our melee up to epic rarity, which is great. That was a good TED task. And Xerxes back round 24. Let's see what we got. He's done. It took one full overheating process, but not too bad. And that little horde of zombies wasn't too bad either. And we need one more piece of salvage. Hey, there's gold. We've got golden dragon. Nice. Let's go. That's actually makes me really happy. But now, oh yes, now we have enough salvage to get this thing fully ranked up. And I want to show you the madness that I have to go through in order to test this out. But before we do so, we're gonna get tier 3 armor, and we are gonna, oh, we got round 25, nice. We're gonna get another eternal perk. I'm really liking survival maps, dude. This is really good with the TED task. This is actually really cool. This is really, really cool. Let's get all of you zombies lined up. Now I want to show you this trick. I know this trick was in Black Ops 6, but if you hold, it's going to lock onto a zombie and it'll just explode that one zombie. But if you charge it up and just let go, it will actually travel way further, as you just saw, which is the easiest way to complete those TED tasks. I know I was locking onto zombies for an embarrassingly long amount of time last year before one of you beautiful people sent that tip over to me. Well, let's see what we got. We got perma quick revive. What else? Oh wow, another thing right there. Permanent juggernaut, dude. Why am I not this lucky on like normal maps? That's crazy. Like the best 2 perma perks you could get. Oh, dude, if double taps next, oh, that's literally insane. The odds are that. What's 1 divided by 12? Isn't that like a 8% chance or something? That's crazy. I mean, it would be 0.8 times 0.8, which would be like, whew, that's awesome. That's so good. And we've got a ray gun, which we might as well rank up to. We've got enough to double pack it. Might as well get these damage numbers too while we have it. Now, speaking of damage numbers, yeah, it's gonna be kind of a mess here. Lots of different numbers. We've got the pellet damage plus the base damage. What I try to do is I try to get like 1 pellet on their head, so that way you at least get like the, yeah, there you go. So that was 457 and like 12 something for a headshot there, for a critical shot. Oh boy, even higher, even higher. Yeah, there you go. 457 looks like that's what our pellet damage is going to be, at least for criticals. And then the ranges are always what throws me off the most here. Let's try to get you. It looks to be about like 1456 maybe as that close range critical damage, right? Yeah, 1456. So 1456 I think is the base damage if we're hitting headshots, but there are only, let's double check here. Oh wow, this truck isn't doing good. Yeah. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pellets per shot of this, and the headshot is 541, at least at that close range. So if we multiply 541 by 6, we get 3,246. Add that to the 1456, we get 4,702 damage. At least ideally. Clearly, we're not hitting all headshots with this ridiculous hip fire. And you also notice a couple different ranges, like that right there. I know, it seems like there's like 3 ranges really close. See, that's like giving me 665 right there, but that's like point blank range. So with my DPS spreadsheet, you've always got to take into consideration like what ranges are these numbers at. Like I said, it's a lot more difficult than you may think, because if we're at this range, it's going to be that 400, but if we're at this range, it's going to be that 600, but at that middle range, it's going to be 500. So I've been seeing the 500 a lot more, especially with shotguns. At this, you're going to want to try to get up close. So I think that middle range with the 500 that we did is going to be kind of the more middle ground. Yeah, 541 seems to be the range that we're doing the most in here. But then we have, ooh, yep, there we go, up against the Zersa. We're overheated. That's not great, but he should be, yeah, there we go. Not even a problem yet. So hopefully you guys appreciate the live testing we're doing here. Let's go test this ray gun. Let's max pack-a-punch it. I don't know if you can get critical shots with it though. I don't know if you can. It doesn't look like you can. 17,258 it looked like. And then to get the rate of fire of weapons, I just go in the air so my frames don't like drop or anything. And then I will shoot a full magazine. And I usually do so on a Ravager round to save me on the wasted ammo. And full transparency, I still need to test that Deadshot augment that gets you more ammo, or more damage at point blank range. But point blank range from the couple things I've tested are it's really close. It's like 1 or 2 meters, which is really not great. But let's do this rate of fire here. We've got 211. Let's shoot down. Oh, that's not a lot of ammo. Let's try that again with 300. Hey, survival of the fittest, nice. We started at 300. Okay, so that you can only shoot 22 shots before these things overheat. So if they were talking about a nerf, I sure hope it wasn't for zombies, because looking at that damage, I think we calculated that's like what, like 4,700 damage. Ideally 4,700 damage per shot for these things, at least with critical damage. But that is not going to be very viable unless the rate of fire is really high, which it has a decent rate of fire, but it feels like it might be around like 700 or 800 rounds per minute to me, which is pretty slow considering we have double tap and double time. But we'll have to wait and see. It might be like 800 or 900. I have a really terrible rate of fire, sense for rate of fire. It's terrible. Plus, I should try, we'll try it when we're not in the TED task, to look at the body shot damage that we're doing, because I do have double standard on. So in Black Ops 6, these shotguns are actually better when you got standard shots versus critical shots, but at least with the Echo 12 that I tested, that was not the case. So we're gonna double check and see if it's the case here with these Akitas. And of course, Dragon's Breath slug shots could be completely different. Another ether tool, wow, and permanent wisp tea. All right, well, you can't win them all, I guess. But now let's see, we're gonna do kind of the opposite here. All right, trying to see what damage we could do with just one pellet. It almost looks like that 800 damage is kind of the, yeah, 894 seems to be like the base body shot damage, which is less than the headshot damage. So pro tip for you here, critical shots, headshots are gonna be the way to go for shotguns, or at least for these Akitas and the Echo 12, which I tested. At least that's what it looks like, right? Because that's giving me that 800, 700, and that is every shot. That is good to know. Ooh, we've got a hunter bot. Let's go put this somewhere. I think the Zersa spawns like here. So maybe we try to just put it right there just in case it spawns there, or it spawns over here. It has a clear line of sight. And go pick up our stims. I love those hunter bots. And we are gonna need to buy some ammo. I've been doing pretty bad walking over my Vulture A drops. And it is after round 30, so we need to be extra careful and pay close attention to training now. This is where armored zombies specifically, you could see, are starting to deal like half an armor plate's worth of durability. Now between the mule kick augment that gets you another armor plate and the fact that those guys never super sprint, I don't think think I hate that just yet, unless you're in the boss fight post round 30, in which case I do think that needs to be like capped a little bit. But overall, I like the challenge that it presents. And if you're wondering, during an insta-kill, it actually shows you how much health the zombies have at that round. So you can see we're doing 11,250. That is because that is exactly how much health the zombies have at this given round, which is how I found out the zombie health at every single round last year. And the zombies do have the same amount of health here in Black Ops 7 as well, which is good to know. All right, we're gonna buy ammo, and I guarantee you it's gonna be a Ravager round. Let's go. And look at that! My melee weapon is fully pack-a-punched too, because I pack-a-punched my ray gun with mule kick and I have that multi-pack augment. Dude, that's a sleeper augment, man. That's really, really good. Oh, Zursa. Let's do a Tesla storm and kind of just focus on you a little bit here. Can we see you're overheated? Let's kind of go back and forth here. Wow, we're running really fast. I like that. Okay, and I think we got it. Okay, not bad at all. Something I do think is a little interesting kind of gameplay difference that we're gonna notice this year is the fact that because there's less boss zombie spam, he says as another Zursa pops up over here, because there's less boss zombie spam, they're dropping less ammo crates on the ground or ammo caches, which means that ammo is just a little bit harder to come by. But with how many points we have and how abundant the ammo caches are, like the actual things to buy them, I genuinely don't think it's an issue at all. All right, Zursa, come on, let's go. Very nice. All right, so we're still kind of handily handling these Zursas. I think that's not that big of a deal. And hey, what do you know? I got the Dravik 45. I actually needed to test out this one for its damage for the DPS spreadsheet, so we're gonna do that too, at least in the background here. And there we have Dragon's Breath. Now, depending on what the stats are for the Dragon's Breath, you might want to run that plus the damage barrel. We'll see. Oh, critical kill. Yikes. This one's gonna be tough. If we're above it, is that better? And I don't think the ray gun's gonna, nope. Okay, ray gun's not gonna be good. Is this double pack-a-punched SMG gonna be okay? All right, that might be our best bet here. Or what we could do, oh, insta-kill's nice. Perfect for this. So now you can see with the insta-kills, they have a 14,000 health here. I gotta say, I really like the iron sights of this Dravik SMG. Reminds me of the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghosts. What did we get? Ooh, a legendary and Speed Cola. Speed Cola is kind of worthless right now, but you know what? It is what it is. We can go put that legendary tool on our melee weapon. Very nice. I'm definitely starting to worry about ammo here. I know my Vulture Aid is helping me out, but it is looking rather low. But now that we have the damage numbers we need for this and we don't need Napalm Burst, I think I want to try and put on either Fireworks. Yeah, Fireworks might be the best like killing ammo mod that I have equipped so far. I put on this new one, the one that does this. I really think this could be pretty cool. I love ammo mods. Oh, I guess that didn't seem to do that much damage, I guess. I'm loving how powerful the ammo mods are. In fact, on this one, I want to show you Light Mend, because thanks to you beautiful people, this Light Mend will now overheal us. And take a look at that. That's 350. That is an automatic full overheal. So we can run other things other than stim shots. And as you can see, the Ravagers are weak to Light Mend. Oh, and they're eating the Light Mend thing. Actually, no, they're not. Very good. Oh, hey, look, we just got Bloodstone on our SMG. Nice. So I think this is going to be a fun kind of survival map combo here, especially because now we can go to the crafting table and get ourselves a hunter bot or two, because these hunter bots are excellent at taking out the Zursas, or at least doing a nice chunk of damage to the Zursas. I might do brain rot on these Akitas, but I don't know. But oh, there you go. There's that bear done. I think there's another bear, but ooh, use hunter bots to kill a Zursa. Nice. I've definitely done that before. That might be a prestige challenge here, but let's try to get RCXD kills. Oh, the key is you don't want to run into the zombies. You want to train around the zombies. Let them go behind you, go around them. Easy enough. Very good. Love that RCXD. Ooh, and we even have another hunter bot somewhere. Sweet. Let's see what we get this time. 2 of them. Nice. I'm going to wait. That's perma mule kick. Let's test Tesla Storm, and this one's gonna be permanent Vulture Aid. Okay, sweet. There are some fireworks. Hopefully, I really want to see if you like get a good horde in there, if that fireworks works really well. But we have another boom. There's some light mend, which if we are on low enough health, it should absorb. Oh, you have to be like below regular health. Okay, cool. Well, we can do that pretty easily. Now let's get this. Boom. Now we're overhealed and we've got some left over. That's so cool. Yeah, these overheat quite quickly. I don't know if this will be worth using over like a really fast reloading speed magazine. And I don't know about that firework augment there. That almost seemed to do nothing to those things in there. Very, very strange. Let's get this all pack-a-punched and see how much damage we're doing. The SMGs, oh, the SMGs are sort of like the shotguns where their damage works very differently now. They have like a regular range, so 4.2, 4.5, right? But then they have a close range damage range, you can see right there, 7950. Now that damage range is about 4 meters, I want to say, so it's right on the line of being like usable. Let's get our rate of fire for this Dravik so I can finish this up. And then all I do with those shots that I shoot in the air, I just take them into my video editor and I count how many seconds and frames. Oh boy, yeah, that was actually a pretty terrible fireworks. I don't know if I like this augment or not. I see how many seconds and frames it takes for me to go through the ammo, which I can then translate into like a rounds per minute type of thing with some basic math. I might switch back to Napalm Burst, I'll be honest with you. I don't think that fireworks one is doing much good. I've got a fairly good group of zombies here. Let's see what it can do. Can you activate again, please? There it is. It killed a good group there, but I don't know about any secondary. Well, you know what? That's not terrible. That's not terrible. And whenever you see a stim shot on the ground, you could stim and then pick up your hunter bot. There's another hunter bot, so we can just throw this one up in the air to grab a new one. I love the strategy. I love the strategy of all the equipment here. Ooh, we've got a Zersa, which means that hunter bot's probably gonna go zip around. Hello. Oh, and it hit him. Nice. Let's go. We got you, Zersa. We got you. Oh, get rid of that beehive. Oh, and I hear another Zersa. Okay, so I see a max ammo. I'm gonna use this hunter bot. Oh, that might just be the same one. Oh, we did it. We did it. Nice. Let's throw another one just for fun. Get this max ammo. Get our armor repaired because boy, is that important. I think this is gonna be one of the more difficult survival maps. I think farm might be the easiest one. The Cosmodrome, I think, is gonna have a good training spot, at least more so than this. Man, we're getting tons of hunter bots. Oh, and we can use our light mend to overheal instead of our stims. There we go. Oh, I love this, dude. This is so fun. This is so good. And then if we really want to, I bet you we can use our ray gun for maximum damage. It seems like it's a little bit better than the shotguns, which I mean, it should be. It's a ray gun. It's a wonder weapon. In fact, I imagine come round 40, I think I'm gonna want to use the trap inside of here, but I will switch back to Napalm Burst. I feel like that's gonna be the most horde killing thing I have equipped so far. Another perma perk. It's gonna be stamina up nice. Ooh, I see an insta kill. This is gonna be great. Shotguns and insta kills do really well. Oh, you know what else is really good with an insta kill? Tesla Storm. This is what I love. This is like the red insta kill from Black Ops 2. You just use insta kill and Tesla Storm and you just run over everybody. It's so nice. It's so nice. I can't wait to research all the augments on everything. Oh, we got a Zersa coming in here. We got a Zersa. I don't think either of those really got to him. That's okay. We can throw down another one. Come on, get him. Nice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got him without even shooting him all that much. I'm telling you, hunter bots are crazy good. Another one. Oh, I need an overheal. I need an overheal right now. Pretty please. Thank you. That's good. We'll do this. Launch another one up there. That'll get you. And very good. And we're done. Look at that. Now our train is still nice and tidy in this little circle. We've got all the armor we need. I think I saw a little stim in there. That's okay. We don't need to panic and get that. We've still got another light mend, which is going to give us a full overheal. We're trying to get those napalm burst activations because that can really speed up this killing process. Nice. Look at all this armor on the ground and all the hunter bots. Oh, it's so good. Now I do want to show you kind of the killing potential here. We're at round 39, nearly 40. So I want to show you how quickly we can kind of deal with this horde, if at all. So we're going to try to aim kind of for the center mass in the head. There's one gun. Here's the other gun. So it's still killing fairly respectably. It's just that overheal is gonna be kind of tough to manage, I think. Oh, and we'll get a Molotov too. And I think during Ravager rounds, it's gonna be just a fun little bit with stamina up, with guns up, or whatever that perk is called. There we go. We're just going, run, shoot. That's pretty nice. Here it is, the final stretch, round 41. Got the laugh indicating a Doppelgast. That's right. Let's see how well this does. Okay, well, that was with Hunterbot assist, but that's our 1 Doppelgast a round. I completely forgot that was a thing until just now. Now we've got to be extra careful as we're training. We've got that. Napalm burst, good. We'll go around here. If you're ever in trouble, you can kind of hop off and do that sort of thing. I really like that. I think that's going to be really nice little strategy. I saw another hunter bot, so we can throw another one over there so it's got a good angle if a bear comes. Let's get another napalm burst. Nice. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a tough training. Like, this is going to be like, it's okay now, but come super sprinters, no way this is going to be a viable training area. Ooh, lots of power-up drops. That's great. Oh, we're low on health. That's okay. We can use our SMG to get another light mend. Very good. That'll give us an overheal. Even if you have that gun unpack-a-punched, like, I think that would be really good just as a replacement for stims, you know? I can't imagine that this is going to be a really, like, good DPS. Again, this is just with the base regular, I guess it'd be like buckshot, shotgun pellets here. It could be better with Dragon's Breath. Seen a lot of people use Dragon's Breath. Definitely going to need to test it out because right now it doesn't look super great just from the feels of it, but it is round 42, so if it takes you to round 42 to get your guns to start feeling a little bit weak, I think that's okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, right, another Doppelgast. Okay, I was getting worried. I was like, Zersa? No, never mind, there is a Zersa. Hello, I've got an insta-kill. Can you die for me, please? Thank you very much, overheated. Calm it down, Donuts, it's round 42. We've got to play this safe. Got to play it safe. Go up here, train up, take your time, get those beehives out of there. Oh boy. Jump over here, get this beehive out, get your shots on. We've got napalm burst. There's a motorcycle driving by. That's great. Almost there. Oh, we've got two more. Got 2 more of these things. There you go. Just take them out. Take them out. Bam. Easy. Yeah, it looks like we're not getting that like shotgun instantaneous get out of my way weapon like I wanted it, which is like okay, but it just takes a little while. Takes a little while. Not bad though. Not bad. Death from below. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go ahead and throw down a Molotov to soften him up. Very good. We might need the ray gun for this. Probably gonna need the ray gun for this. Everyone get up here. Everyone get up here. And what I might do, lead them down this direction, down the ramp, so that way they don't jump down like automatically here. There's the strategy. Very good, Donuts. Very good. You're so smart sometimes. Just do that again. I know we've got some enemies over here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see what we got. We've got another that. We've got melee macchiato. Okay, I think we're only like 5 more away from getting all of the perma perks. All right, back to training. And on the topic of damage scaling and armor durability, I am right there with you guys in the kind of makes me nervous department because I don't like it when like one zombie can deal so much damage to your armor, but I don't necessarily mind it if there's a way to get your armor back. And with the ammo mods and how strong they are, they're really approaching Black Ops 3 levels of strong, perhaps even stronger. I really think Napalm Burst is stronger here than it was back in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, it would be like if you had to hoard the zombies up together, you could get a good Napalm Burst activation or whatever it was called. No, it was Napalm Burst, right? It was Firebomb in Black Ops 4. So, but this chain reacts like a Sliquifire, so it constantly goes. The Fireworks ammo mod is really nice with the right augment setup, like, plus the guns themselves are still really good. Like this is, okay, round 42. This is an armored zombie here. Like that's pretty good. You know, that took a little bit, but it's still nice. It's still nice. So long as, and as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 armor plates on the ground now at the end of a round. So, I mean, dang it, that's pretty darn fair. And I want to see, does one hunter bot take care of this? Oh my goodness, one hunter bot takes care of a Doppelgast. That is so good. So yes, I don't like that, you know, armored zombies take out like a plate and a half eventually, but the fact that we can kill them so quickly and also slide into them to like avoid damage, I think more than makes up for the fact that they deal that much durability. Oh, hello, Zursa. Okay, let's just do that. Let's just do this real quick. Throw it up there. Boom, there we go. And then can we take you out almost? And then maybe you again. Nice, very good, very good. Some nice good training. Get back to our spot. We didn't even lose over 100 health in that whole ordeal. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's pick up this. Can we throw one of you there? I would like to get an overheal, please. And then we're just gonna bring the horde around, kind of take care of you as much as we can. Pick up our Molotovs to throw over there. Kind of get you. We're nice. Just bring the horde back around while you're stunned. There it is, dude. That's so nice. I love it so much. And now we're back to this. I love the philosophy they have. When I did my first video talking about the old Mirage that unfortunately got nerfed, people were saying, or like calling me out. They're like, Donuts, they didn't get rid of boss zombie spam. And I felt like I was in a Twilight episode because I'm like, did you guys play the last like 5 zombies games? Are you kidding me? They absolutely got rid of boss zombie spam. Last year we had like 5 manglers at a time, multiple doppelgasts, at least 2 doppelgasts, plus the amalgams, plus the different elite enemies across the rounds, you know? Not to mention the vermin and the parasites constantly shooting at you. No. This is a bajillion times better. Oh, another Zursa. Hello. I would rather deal with 1 Zursa every round than 5 manglers every round, because this is kind of doing exactly what they want you to do. This is mixing up the gameplay for a moment, for a singular moment here. Oh boy, let's get some Lightmen. Very good. And that's it, right? We'll do this. You're gonna be done in a moment. And again, we just gotta be careful with our training to get the horde over to one area. Once he's done, we're good to jump on back. We've got even another hunter bot. Nice. And now that we've overcome that challenge, I want to get that overheal a little bit. Thank you. Now that we've overcome that challenge, we are free to then play the game of regular zombies. But it's not just regular, boring, easy zombies. We've now got armored zombies that deal more health. We're gonna get super sprinters that are gonna super sprint at us. So I just love the depth that this gameplay has now. I think it's so much more rewarding because 90% of the time you are dealing with just regular zombies. And I completely forgot we could just buy a hand cannon and never worry about the Zursas ever again. Wow. I'm gonna do that. I'm 100% gonna do that. And once again, yes, these armored zombies are hitting me for a lot of durability, but with Turtle Shell, Sixth Sense, and all the Jug augments, I still have tons of armor plates on the ground. And the new Vulture Aid augment, Armormatic, has been changed so that it actually plays the armor game for you. I've seen some people say that it's bugged, that it's not actually working, but they actually changed how it works with season 1. Now it will no longer automatically plate unless you are less than 1 armor plate down, which like is perfect. It's literally perfect. Now, obviously that comes with some downsides, but it's an option to have if you really don't like the armor system. They've done so much right here in Black Ops 7. I know I said it last video, but this really is looking to be one of my, I don't have enough for it. Dang it. It's looking to be one of my favorite zombie games of all time. As crazy as it might sound, I do think this has really great potential to even beat Black Ops 3. Between directed mode, standard, these survival maps, the quality of life updates with the augments and everything, it's just, there's so much to love. There's literally so much to love about this game. And you know what? I'm gonna place down a sentry gun here. That might be a really bad spot for it, actually. I want to go get some like HKDs and play around with those guys a little bit more. I really like them. The kill streaks have been fixed. I mean, there's not like one kill streak that you can have on your person and be like, oh my goodness, that doppelgast is done for. Wow. There's not like one kill streak that you can carry to get you safe. Like the disciple injection is like a get out jail free card, but it's not going to burn through rounds like the mutant injection did. So it is fairly balanced, if you ask me. Can definitely say that these shotguns are falling off quite a bit. I've been relying on napalm burst for the past couple rounds, trying to kill this one zombie here. Yeah, that takes a bit. Sentry gun's going to town though. I wonder if they buffed it since Black Ops 6. I think I can definitively say that I think these are the most enjoyable first 50 rounds of a zombies game we've had since Black Ops 3. These high rounds literally make me not want to stop playing the game, and that's something that I definitely didn't feel last year with Black Ops 6. Last year I remember abominations, ooh, let's call them these HKDs, abominations, manglers, all that stuff. Like it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, we took care of those that doppelgast really quick, huh, didn't we? Now I'm curious how useful these HKDs were to this Zersa. I don't think they did much. I thought they kind of lasted a little bit longer too. Let's jump over here. Let's throw out our hunter bots. And there we go. Easy enough. Again, haven't even lost more than 100 health ever since we got our last light mend and an insta kill. Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it. Insta kill. Oh no. And turtle shell against the bear is just so sweet. Let's punish you. Very good. We're overheated. At least in one of them. We could do this. Oh, he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. Okay, now he is. Now he is. Whew. Now let's get our armor back. We've got tons of armor just sitting here. Ooh, we got this max prestige too. Dude, this has been a productive game. Let's get light mend on somebody, please. I want to get an overheal as quick as we can. Thank you very much. And back to the grind. Back to the grind. Man, I said I thought we were going to be using the traps here, but this is quite enjoyable. Haven't needed to buy ammo for these either, but like I said, Napalm Burst has been doing a lot of heavy lifting. Oh yes, let's go get another kill streak. Maybe a dog. That could be fun. Let's get our dog. Hello, Doppelgast. Here's a hunter bot, so you can go away now. And we haven't had a Zersa this round yet, which is a good sign. It seems as though they come every other round, which is okay with me. This Tesla Storm, I feel like would be really good with shotguns, but again, we are overheated, so it's only limited usability. Plus, you get like penalized for using your field upgrades now. I will be testing that out. That's one of the top things on my list to test, but I've seen some augments in these field upgrades that I am really excited to test out and share with you. And I gotta say, after 48 rounds with these Akitas, they are definitely not broken or overpowered. I would even call them like B tier or C tier. And the main reason is gonna be the cooldown. You do not have that much ammo, or you don't have that many shots until you're overheated there. That was like one zombie and it took like half the thing. Oh boy, we've got both. We've got both. There's one hunter bot for you. Let's jump over here, go back this way. Kind of train everybody back. Everybody get back there, Doppelgast. Slow your roll, slow your roll. That's okay, that's okay. We've got you dead, okay. See, like, it's not bad. There you go. I mean, I know the hunter bot helped out a lot there, but it's not a bad gun. It just kind of feels middle of the road. Nothing too special, nothing to write home about. Now that could all change once you put on the Dragon's Breath, because I've heard some pretty dangerous things about Dragon's Breath here. Oh no, another one, another Zersa. Run away. We might need to, oh, we can call in our dog. We can call in our dog. Let's go, dog. And we might need to use our ray gun. Let's get around our horde, jump off the wall, go back to our training spot, pick up some armor, and our dog should be going to town. Should be going to town on that. Oh boy, never mind, never mind. Hello, dog. Come over here, please. Oh wow, a rocket. He shoots rockets. Nice. Let's place the dog there. Place the dog there. Sentry mode. Oh, we got gravity well for Shadow Rift. Nice. 2 augments in one game. All right. We are also going to get another light mend, please. We are at 250 health. We cannot be. Thank you. Poor dog. You left us so soon. And there is round 50. And of course, it's a max ammo round. Nice. Which means we will get to exfil. There's our perkaholic. Nice. 5,000 XP. Reach round 50 on exit 115. That was a lot easier than I was expecting. I do really like how these Akitas feel, especially on these max ammo rounds, dude. It feels so good. I do feel like there's a little bit of a slowdown with your stamina. I feel like you can't sprint as fast with these going on, which that's probably just the attachment or the guns, but man, does it feel pretty nice. But of course, now we've got to head on over to the exfil and hopefully successfully exfil out of here. Can I get a light mend? Can I get a light mend from anybody? Oh, hello. Let's do you. One right there. Boom. Oh boy, there's 2 of them. No way. You're probably not there. It's probably you. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh boy, that's tough. That is rough. Come on. Little sneaky spot that I found. Okay, there we go. Where's it at? Where's it at? Throw a Molotov over there. Can I get a light mend, please? Light mend, anybody? Thank you so much. Boom, overheal just instantly. Aha, we got him. And that Zursa is still after us. It's still after us. Watch out. Ow. Get to the chopper. Get to the phone booth. Why was that Zursa still there? Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Oh man. And so this is ready to be prestiged again. Look at that. But we also have our gold camo. I know I'm really behind. I've been doing a lot of testing instead of camo grinding. And again, we'll test out the slugs and dragon's breath. But the muzzle that I would recommend is probably this one here, the hip spread choke, because if we put this on instead of a suppressor, it's a little bit better. In Deadshot, it's going to be even better than this, but that might help you aim for those criticals a little bit more. The firing range here isn't super accurate to zombies, but it could give you an idea. But that was with the damage barrel, so that is very important. I really wish we could do Akimbo with a regular magazine, but unfortunately you can't. So if anything, this is what I would recommend with a base version, plus whatever fire mod that you want, whether that's slugs, rapid fire, or dragon's breath. By default, I would go rapid fire, but then of course, if you want to run the dragon's breath or whatever, you could test that too. But of course, let's crunch the numbers and figure out just how strong this Akita actually is. Welcome back to the DPS spreadsheet. As you can see here, we have our weapons, our damage, our rate of fire, and our DPS. I am also working on getting a recommended build for everything, but as I'm going through the prestiges and all of the attachments, that's going to be a little difficult to do. Now, I have made a video going over this spreadsheet in its entirety, but the gist of it is I'm testing all of this with a legendary triple pack punch with the damage barrel where applicable, with the dead head major augment, and double tap and double time. I will not be using the rapid fire attachment or vulnerabine. And this is meant to be like the most average DPS, kind of the most common attachments and augments people will run. So you will see different people come to different numbers, but hopefully now that you know how I do it, you can kind of understand where if you build your weapons differently or have different augments, it might be a little bit different. But let's skip on down to the shotguns. You can see I still have a lot of work to do, but with the Akita, we were getting, like we said, just over 4,702 damage per shot if they were all perfectly headshots. Between the two dual wield Akitas, our rate of fire is actually pretty good at 1,100, but remember, the regular Akita is probably going to be half of that because they're dual wield, you get two of them, which is double the rate of fire. So in reality, the regular Akita is probably somewhere around 600 rounds per minute or 550 rounds per minute, whatever this divided by 2 is. And if we're perfect with our headshots and with that amazing rate of fire, we have a 90,000 DPS, which is very good. 90,000 DPS is right inside of that acceptable range. It's going to feel really good even at high rounds, but you'll notice with the gameplay, it didn't really feel like that. And that's because obviously these are hip fire only shotguns, which means the majority of the time you are going to be doing less than this 4,700 damage. Now with the double standard, which I would still recommend using with shotguns because again, they're going to be inaccurate, it's going to be relatively close to this, but practically this is going to be the uppermost DPS that you get. But of course, that is just the regular Akimbo. I need to test it with dragon's breath and slugs, which means I have a lot more work to do with these shotguns. But as for the ray gun, if we scroll down here to the ray gun, it was dealing 70,256 damage with a measly rate of fire of 214, which gives it a pretty bad DPS of 61,000. Now this is where we have to use our brain because that sounds pretty bad, but we know the ray gun feels a lot better than that. And that's because this math here doesn't include splash damage. This is single target only, no damage penetration whatsoever, no splash damage. So in practice, this is gonna be a lot better. These shotguns are, you could argue, gonna be a lot better because we have the increased damage penetration, so zombies are gonna be a little bit weaker than normal. There's a lot of variables that go into this. So while this number may be fun to get and look at and theorize, it might not tell the whole story. But yes, this Echo 12, at least from my calculations, this was done a while ago, so I need to retest it. But yeah, that Echo 12, not really good. With the little delay you get between all of the bursts, the 4 rounds and everything, oh, it's not great. But for the SMG, the Dravik 45 that we just got, there's actually a medium damage range or a far damage range, whatever, and then there's a bonus close range damage range. I will be testing both of these because they are pretty significant. At close range, our Dravik was dealing nearly 8,000 damage with an 855 rounds per minute, which is a very, very good 113 DPS. But once you get outside of that close range, which is about like, I don't know, 4 to 5, maybe even 6 meters, then it's going to drop all the way down to 4,000 30,000 damage at 60,000 DPS, which has kind of been the case for all the SMGs I've tested so far. They seem to underperform unless you are in barrel stuffing range, in which case they are pretty amazing. But that's a different video for a different day, and of course all of this is subject to change. As I'm making this video right now, we just got patch notes, which you guys probably already saw, and I am definitely going to need to retest some things. So this link will be in the description. I keep it updated. You can actually watch me do all of this live if you're lucky and I'm editing it while you're looking at it. And you better be ready for even more stats and graphs coming soon, because I am nearing completion of my gobblegum testing, and you guys are not going to want to miss all of the stats and all of the graphs. So be sure to subscribe and stay beautiful.